Hello, welcome to the ninth day of Yule. We're going to talk a little bit about what today was and is, and then get into what tomorrow is, the 10th day of Yule. We're getting through the 12 days pretty quickly. I'm surprised. Oh, good. Good. All right, live chat. Hello. Hi, Lori. Hi, Leanne. Hi. We talked yesterday. Today is clearing out. And so it's about kind of organizing things that have been a little disorganized, about clearing stuff out, getting ready to bring new energy and new things in for the new year. Hi, Stephen. I talked about I'm going to have my Book of Shadows out. I'm going to be working on that today. Uh, Hopefully, I will say, first of all, it's 75 out here. I don't want to rub it in. I always feel bad. I'm like, I shouldn't even say, but whew, it's 75 out here, and it is quite windy here today in South Texas, but it's 75 and sunny too, so I have no complaints whatsoever. It's just going to get warmer from here, in which case it's going to be too warm for me, and I'm just pretending that I'm not going to complain about it, even though I'm a hot flash girl. Hi, Lee. Hello, Leanne. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying Clearing Out Day. I know I am. I'm having fun with it. I had a blast last night. I will say, it's funny. We really love the park that we're in. We totally love. I know I'm wearing a tank top. I know, I'm sorry. It is a 55 and older park, but the wind is really, really high today. They are awesome. They do more in a day than I do by far. And if you saw any of my pictures from last night, we went to a euchre tournament. Peter and I have played euchre. God, I've played euchre since almost before I could talk. My grandmother taught us to play euchre. And so we went to a euchre tournament, and I actually won. I was one of 3 people. It's the way they do it is by points and stuff. So I had 44 points, which was 3 of us had 44 points, and I won 6 whole quarters. When you come, you bring a quarter to put into the pot, and then the winner gets the pot. But there was 3 of us, so I got six whole quarters. I'm so excited. So I absolutely have to say I love hanging out with these old people. Joseph has, Kolosinski has bugged me forever about being old, and we fit in so well here. and Dina has made a couple comments like, so you're hanging out with the old folks again. Yes I am, and I really am enjoying it. But we're going to be leaving here on the 1st. I do expect that we'll be back here someday, because the people are just fantastic. They are the nicest people that we've met, I think, so far in our journey. But we'll be leaving on the 1st, and we're staying a week on the beach, which means I know I have a video scheduled. The first book club is scheduled for the 4th. I keep an eye on the page, just because we have no idea what kind of internet we're going to have, and we're hoping we have bought a little box that's supposed to be able to go with us, but we're not going to have plug-in electric there, so we don't know how well the generator is going to be able to do with the internet there. We'll see. And hopefully we'll be okay. But keep an eye on the page for that. Sometimes a crone, that's right. Crone fantasy, that's right. Are we reading it on our own and discussing it? Yes. So we are reading it on our own and discussing it on January 4th. I did post in the event page, I posted the link for the audiobook, which is right here. For the first part, I figured we'll just read the prologue, which is fairly short. It's like 2 or 3 pages, I think, the prologue. But then I figured I'd talk about what the book has meant to me and what the book has meant to my path, which I know I've talked a little bit about before, but to kind of set the book up, like this is what it's meant to me and why, and hopefully get you excited about reading the book. And then I figured really just a chapter, because a lot of us, we have busy lives. So it'll take us a while to get through. It depends. Now, if we get into it and we really, really like, everybody really loves the book and wants to read a couple chapters a week, we can do that. Absolutely. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. I figured to start out with, we'll just allow everyone to get the book if they want the book, and we'll read the prologue. And if you want to kind of look up about the book, there's also a movie, which is hard to find. I own it, but I was trying to figure out if I could somehow screen the movie, but I don't, with copyrights now, it's hard to like stream stuff. They kind of, I don't know, get a hold of that, and they don't really allow you to do that. We'll see. We'll talk about it and we'll see. I have Nevia's birthday today. I have Invisible Man trivia and doing book club, and yeah, see, Discord you can. Oh, I do have a Discord. We'll have to look. We'll talk about it in the first one, and I'll kind of post and we'll talk about it in the event page maybe. Okay, so today was the clearing out day. Hopefully you guys are able to do some of that clearing out. I'm really excited to work on my Book of Shadows a lot. This Book of Shadows is super, super important to me. And so I'm trying to like pull all of my Book of Shadows stuff together and put it into one book. This is the Book of Shadows that Dana bought me, and it's buffalo leather, and the pages are absolutely gorgeous. They're like handmade pages and stuff. So this is, did you need something? No. Okay. This is super important to me, and I'm going to try to work on this and get all of my Book of Shadows down into one book. So we'll see. I don't expect to finish that today, by the way. It's a very long process to do your Book of Shadows, but I do want to work on it for sure. Okay, so tomorrow is December 29th. Tomorrow is the 10th day of Yule, so which means we only have 2 days left after tomorrow. The 12 days of Yule ends on New Year's Eve. And so tomorrow's the 29th, which is Nature Day. It's get out in nature. It is connect with nature, which I know is really not going to be easy for those of you who are in the north and are in the cold and snow. Buffalo is still under a state of advisory. They're not supposed to be traveling and stuff still. They've had a lot of looting and stuff, so send some extra energy Buffalo's way. But it's get out in nature. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do to kind of connect with nature, even if it's cold and yucky where you are. Ooh, I love, yes, message me. Do that, Lee, because I do follow, had snow in your bedroom. Oh my goodness. Hi, Carmen. I do follow some of the Egyptian path, and I love the Egyptian path that I follow. So, all right, so breathe some fresh air. Go for a walk no matter what the weather is, unless it's dangerous. So, get your snow pants on, get your snow gear on, and go outside for a walk, even if it's, around a block. Really kind of take a look at how nature is dealing with the cold weather and the snow, and that kind of tells us really what we're supposed to be doing during the darker half of the year is looking inwards, connecting with ourselves and what nature does. We kind of are supposed to reflect it through us. That's why like the trees, other than the evergreens and mistletoe and holly and stuff, are not green because they've shed what doesn't serve them anymore. They're kind of pulling their resources inwards to grow inwardly to get ready for the spring when we kind of pop out and say hello again, right? Woo, that wind is a-blowing. Okay, so go for a walk if you can. Spend a little time outside if you can. Take your dog or your kids for a walk. Bring a thermos of hot cocoa. Hot cocoa is like my favorite thing about winter. Now, we brought hot cocoa, and I have drank a whole lot of hot cocoa since we've been here because it was really cold up until now. And now here we are. But I have actually drank a lot of hot cocoa. Hi, Emma. Build a bonfire. And again, these are suggestions if you can. Some of you are not going to be able to do this stuff, and I get that. That's okay. roast hot dogs or make s'mores. Build a snowman outside. If there's lots of snow and you're able to be outside, build a snowman. It doesn't have to be a big, huge, life-size snowman. Build a little snowman and put it on your porch or on your stoop. That is something that you can do to kind of connect with the elements. Do it with natural stuff that you find. Do branches for the arms and stones for the eyes and that kind of stuff. Floor to ceiling, glass patio doors looking outside. Sometimes there are deer. Oh, I loved that. I miss my grandma's house because we used to be able to look outside and see the deer kind of foraging around for sure. Go sledding or skiing or snowshoeing. Again, if you can do that, please do. Check your bird feeders. If you have bird feeders, check your bird feeders. Make sure that the little birdies out there have what they need to continue. We had a whole bunch of, we have these really cool birds down here. I think they're called grackles. And they have these beautiful black feathers, but they're like iridescent. When you look at them, they're like purples and greens and blues in there. And they have this really cool song, and I haven't been able to catch it on video yet. Really interesting song. So take a look and see what kind of birds are out and about where you are. Take some pictures of the winter landscape. Some of my favorite things about being outside is catching some really cool icicle drip, or the way one year I caught the sun. I had a sun wind chime, and it kind of got caught up in the icicles. And it just looked really cool, and I'm sure I still have that someplace. But so take a look, take some winter pictures so that we can all enjoy what you see. Hug a tree if you can get to a tree. Hug a tree. The energy that you get through a tree is more than just that tree, because the trees, we have learned now, the trees are all connected. And so hugging one tree means you're hugging the entire area of the tree, and the tree feels that, and you get the energy back from that tree. If you find animal tracks, follow the animal tracks and see if it leads you to their home or it leads you to a place where they're finding food. A lot of times I will leave a little something extra out for them, right? We talked a little bit earlier about taking a pine cone and putting peanut butter on a pine cone and rolling it in birdseed. That is awesome for the animals. They love that. Oh, I saw somebody say something about their desk. Again, my desk is covered pine cones, fall leaves. Yes, wishing rocks. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. It's funny. I'm still doing the clearing out thing. I have a lot more to clear out. Especially the camper. I packed way too much. So now I'm kind of going through stuff. Okay, I don't really think I need this. Of course, it's hard because we're in the beginning and we keep going from winter to summer weather so I need a little bit of everything. It's very weird. For me, the easiest time, I never liked going out in the winter. Every winter I would say, I'm going to go outside more. I'm going to try to enjoy it more. I'm just going to get dressed up and go out more and stuff. Even if you can't spend a whole lot of time outside. For me, the easiest time for me to do that was nighttime. When I saw through the window the moon or stars, at least then I would be, okay, I've got to go outside and say hello to the moon, right? So try that. If it's too much, during the day, if you really can't bring yourself to go out, which I totally understand. If you can see some of the stars and moon at night in the crisp winter air, sometimes that's the best thing, is to see these gorgeous stars. For some reason, they seem so much clearer when it's really super cold out. Open the windows. Yeah, absolutely. Even if it's not warm enough. If it's really cold and you really can't get outside, hi Dakota, open up the windows for a couple, for 5 minutes. Open up the windows for 5 minutes, look out that window and feel that crisp cold air in your lungs. That's really great for you for a short time. You don't want to stay out there forever, obviously, but it's really good for you for a short time. So the recipe today was trail mix, which you can put whatever you want in there. I'm just going to tell you the recipe because it's fairly easy. And oh my gosh, I had such a nightmare posting the recipes. I realized I did post the bone broth recipe, but I spent 45 minutes trying to post the recipe yesterday. And because Facebook kept telling me that I was trying to post a URL that went against their policies or something, and I was like, I'm not posting a URL. Well, it turns out I forgot to put a space between, like, the end of a sentence, there was a period, and then I forgot to put a space between, and somehow it made it a URL. It took me forever to figure that out before I could then post it, and it was a nightmare. It is Mercury retrograde, don't forget. So if you find technology is not working all that well for you, keep in mind it is Mercury retrograde again. So we are starting the new year in Mercury retrograde, and there's the wind again. So almonds, cashews, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, blueberries, dried cherries, dried apricots, chocolate chips, peanuts, whatever you want to put in it. Make yourself a trail mix. That kind of, again, is kind of connecting to nature. Just make sure it's all natural stuff. Whatever you like. Raisins, if you like raisins, some people don't like them in your trail mix. Try to make it as natural as you can. Granola, some people like granola in their trail mix. Mix all the ingredients together, store it in an airtight container, and bring it out when you feel like we all get this impression sometimes that we are nature lovers, and we put our hiking boots on, and all right, maybe it's not we all, maybe it's just me. I'm kind of a freak sometimes. You put that warm, cozy, like, wool sweater on, and you put your hiking boots on, and you're like, I'm going to be a granola-loving nature bum today. Pull out your trail mix and eat some of your trail mix, and it'll make you feel like you're connected to nature a little bit more. Right? Okay, so that is tomorrow is Nature Day. So connect to Nature Day. Hello, whoever just came in. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Happened to me too. I was sending a friend a YouTube to MP3 converter, and it kept flagging as spam. Oh my gosh, I just had such a hard time yesterday. I can't even tell you. It was 45 minutes, and my admins were laughing at me because I was like, I can't even. Do you see a URL in here? And finally, when I copied the whole thing and put it into the admin chat, finally I saw what they were trying to say. But it took me 45 minutes. I was working on it. Driving me crazy. I hate Mercury. All right, so that is for tomorrow. It's the 10th day. I will be back tomorrow, and we will talk about what you did and some more ideas. We'll talk again about what you can do, and then we will talk about the 11th day, which is the day after that, which is, I have to say, one of my favorite days of Yule. I'll give you a hint. It's Divination Day. Speaking of which, I did finally post in the Facebook group. I have put out the cost for my New Year's readings, which now I can't remember, can I? 7? I want to say, okay, so New Year's 1 card reading, I think, was $7. 3 cards was $18, and 12 cards was $50. And you have a choice of either I can send it to you like email or messenger or something like that, because I can do it without you having to be here. Some people don't like to be on camera, and I get that. Or we can schedule it for a live one, and we can do it on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. If you don't want to be seen but you still want input, we can always do a YouTube Live where it's I send you a link and it's just for you, and I'm just on live for you, and nobody will ever see it but you. That's an option. So shoot me a message if that's something that you want to do. That will be running until New Year's Day. We leave here New Year's Day, so it'll be running until New Year's Day, and I can schedule it. I'm pretty open, so I can schedule it almost any time. So, yay! I hope you guys are enjoying your 12 days of Yule. I miss you guys. I'm so happy to be back a little bit more. Have a great day. Do your clearing out today and figure out something to connect with nature tomorrow. No matter what that is, something little, open your window. That's okay, but something to connect with nature. All right, I love you guys.